Well, hello Libra, and welcome to Timsy's Naked Tarot. Don't worry, Timsy's not naked, the tarot read is. By which I mean I try to strip out as much astrology as I can by using this plain deck to bring in the star sign or type of star sign of the incoming person or energy, because it could be a dog, it could be a car, who knows what it is, but generally it's a person. Okay then, we're going to be doing a read on the Queen of Pentacles, which you had in Sunday's All Signs overview read I done. If this resonates with you, please subscribe, share, comment and like. If it doesn't resonate with you, I suggest you still share and subscribe, because every time we use a different energy, and share because it might be a message for someone you know. Okay, the energies will be the connection there, how this energy here feels about the connection, how that energy feels about you, what the universe wants to tell about the connection, and hopefully the overall outcome of the whole read. Okay, we have the Justice card there. Before I do my cut, I've already pre-shuffled. I've pre-shuffled the other deck as well, so I just do that off camera to save a bit of time. Okay, and the Ten of Wands after the cut. So, should we have a look? Should we have a look to see what star sign your person may be? Okay then. It's a Four of Diamonds. It's a slightly younger earth sign. Okay, so goodbye to all those people who haven't got a slightly younger earth sign in their life. I find it hard to believe, but there you go. Okay, then the overall energy of this read is the Four of Wands. Okay, the Four of Wands is it's the minor arcana of the world, so it's like a small major star. It's about putting down roots, it's about commitment, it's about enjoying other people's company, it's about celebrations, parties. It's known as the 1111 card, which is like all new starts. It's also known as a soulmate card. Okay. So we have got Temperance for the connection. It's bringing balance, and it's been going on for a while, I feel, from that card there. We got Hanged Man for how they feel about this connection. This earth sign is looking at it from a slightly different perspective. They've probably why it's taken a long while. They kept looking at it from the perspective they were at, and it weren't working. So now they've looked at it from a slightly different perspective, or the universe has forced them to look at it from a slightly different perspective somehow. And now they're looking at it as, well, yeah, maybe it has been sitting around taking a long time, and maybe that's my fault. Okay, we got the Eight of Cups, a movement card for you. Now that could be moving away, or it could be moving to. Generally the Eight of Cups just means movement. It also means separation and divorce, but it depends what cards are around it and what cards come up with it. Because it can also mean taking a trip or going on holiday. Might even be a house move. Okay, that could be why they're in a Hanged Man position. They've been forced to move house, and now they're looking at things from a different perspective. Now they've moved away from you, or something like that, or closer. Okay, the universe is saying about this connection, well, okay, now this is the reason there's been taking time, is because someone's been juggling something. You can be juggling work and your social life, you can be juggling your social life and your romantic life, you can be juggling your car payments against your heating payments, and you could be juggling anything. And there's the Death card for the overall outcome. Something has died and something has been reborn in its place, and that's kind of clarifying that. Yeah, the way they were looking at you has died, and now they're looking at you from a new perspective, a new angle. Okay then, so let's get some clarifiers out on this Temperance then, shall we? Why is Temperance here then, universe? Oh, there's the Justice from the Cup and the Ten of Pentacles. As I said, that was about balance as well as taking time. And here's the balance again, the Justice. The Justice normally goes out in the favour of the person having the reading done for them. In this case, this is you, Libra. This could also be just a representation of you, Libra, bringing balance. Ten of Pentacles means this is the dog's bollocks of a connection. This is everything. This is like having the perfect little house what you've always dreamt of, and in the perfect location you've always dreamt of, with the perfect little family, the perfect car on the drive, the perfect little picket fence out the front, the perfect couple of little ponies in the backyard or back garden, or actually it'd be a little paddock, because everything's perfect. It's just how you want it. This connection is just how you, Libra, want it. Might not be necessarily how this earth sign wants it, but it's how you want it. Okay. Crossing that was the Wheel of Fortune, which hopefully is this card here. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune, which means basically something has happened within your life to allow this connection to come as it is now, to allow everything to fall into place, to be just how you want it. Okay. Basically, the book meaning of the Ten of Pentacles is an abundance of wealth. Yeah, that's what it means. It's an abundance of wealth. Now, an abundance of wealth doesn't necessarily have to be financial. It can be knowledgeable. It can be emotional. It can be anything, but it's an abundance of wealth. Okay. Oh, look at that. Now they've been forced into a different way of looking at you. They see you as a lover. Again, this is all major arcana in the way they're looking at you. Nearly 2/3 major arcana. They're all major arcana here, not you, the connection. The way they're looking at the connection, they're looking at this connection as it's a choice, but it's a choice that's been made for them. It's almost like, I'm feeling from that, they've always said, well, if you can attain this, then yeah, I will come. You've attained it, so they're now looking at, well, I said I will come, and I will have to come. Don't get me wrong, that's not because they didn't want to come. I feel it's more of a case of they wanted to make sure that you could actually, well, deliver on what you said. And they see you as an empress. An empress is all about fertility and virginity and all that. Sort of all things growing from an empress power tends to grow on into something massive, producing lots of massive apples there on that tree above her, although they're strange looking apples. They're all perfectly round and there's no little stalks on them. They could be peaches or anything. But anyway, yeah, the Empress power is basically it's like an energy magnet. Everything starts coming towards the energy magnet, and that's how they feel about this connection. Now this connection is established, everything's being drawn into it. It's like a black hole. Yeah, the Empress is a black hole which is just literally sucking everything in. But you have to remember that sucks in bad as well as good. It kind of attracts bad like a moth to a flame. Because the bad is wanting what looks really good, basically. But that's how they see this connection, and you along with it, because there you are sitting in the connection, and at the moment they're bookending each other. Yeah, they see you in a connection as, well, yeah, as an Empress. Okay, this Eight of Cups, this movement card. Let's see if we can find out which way this is moving and why. Okay. I'm going to say, here we go, we know that something's died in the way they're feeling about the connection because of this death card here. It was some sort of third party which they're moving away from. You see, I normally see this as moving away from, because you go 7, 8, 9, yeah, and then when you look at the tarot deck, 7 is a lot of choices, 8 is moving, and 9 is towards the one choice you really want, the emotional happiness. And so generally 9 times out of 10, I will see that as a moving away card more than a moving towards card. And that is why it's sort of said as separation and divorce, or taking a trip in the books, because that's moving away from things. But in this particular case, I feel it's moving away from a third energy. Now that third energy could be anything. It might not be a person, it might be a loved car they had, and they pumped all their money into the car to keep it up and running, and then long after the time it should have gone to the scrapyard. But whatever they've moved away from, they've learnt lessons from it. The Hierophant there is all about like spiritual and religious and teaching in general, spiritual teaching, religious teachings, and just teaching in general. It's kind of like the guru card. Perhaps someone has come into their life and sort of pointed out that their car is just a thing, and they can always save up their money and get that thing again. It might not be the exact same thing, but it'd be close enough for them to put their emotions into as much as they did on the old one. But they're moving away from a third energy, and well, it looks like they're coming towards you in this connection, but it doesn't actually say that. This is just saying how they see you. It could also be that they see that you've moved away from an energy which has taught you, because they're bookending, how to create this connection. Okay. Now for some of you, it's for both of you that way, both ways around. The stronger energy is they've moved away from something, because that's the one I came out with first. The lesser energy is that you've moved away from something to create all this. Okay, the Magician card and the Three of Pentacles. Now, normally I try not to say the Magician card is all the tools you need to succeed, but in this particular case, I am. The universe is actually saying everything you need to make this connection work with this younger earth sign is there at your disposal. You've got the cups, the swords, the pentacles, and the wands. They're all laid out on that table. You've even got a little flute there which you can play to make rats follow you out of towns. But, or that could be his magic wand. It's a magician after all. But anyway, I'm digressing there. Yeah, you have everything you need to make this connection work, and the potential of working with someone else on a soul project to make it succeed. The Two of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, this choice, you're juggling this choice at the moment, but you have got everything you need to make this succeed. You've got everything you need to bring in the balance, and if you work with this other person, you can bring in that Ten of Pentacles. Okay, but the universe is also saying is a Knight of Pentacles crossing that, which is sort of saying to me that perhaps perhaps it's going to take just as much time as it's already taken to get there. With the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles is a slow energy, but it is a trustworthy energy. The universe is saying it will happen eventually. You just have to trust in it. Okay, so let's get this Death card sorted. Oh, we'll have that one because that one fell out. That's the second time one's fallen out. Right. The Knight of Swords, no, the King of Swords, is, well, it's about high ideals and it's about taking action. Okay, with the Seven of Pentacles again, is another like divine timing card come out there. It's there's some decks will show that as someone looking over their field and waiting for the ripe opportunity to harvest their crop, because obviously you can't just harvest it anytime. You have to wait for that perfect moment. With this card comes a little bit of worry, because obviously the farmer's worried that, well, perhaps the right time is tomorrow, but it looks like there's a storm coming and that could ruin half my crop or whatever. So I'm saying with this that once this death card comes into full action and comes into play, because this is obviously a kind of like future part, yeah, and someone is going to have no troubles like cutting out their doubt and their fear and swinging straight into action to get the rest of it all going nicely. Okay, I would say the fear from this is probably the fear that as you're the Empress, you might find someone else. Okay. Right. Okay, universe, what else can you tell Libra about all this? Right. Okay, and okay. Right. Well, there is a false victory in there, a sort of a bit of a self-sabotagement moment. You possibly might believe it's all too good to be true as well. And it's going to leave you having to make a decision. Basically, that's sort of like putting down one, picking up the other. You get to a crossroads. You got a left or a right to go. Which way are you going to go? It's kind of like this juggling card here. And that is, you have two or more things you are actually juggling, trying to keep everything going at once where you possibly can't. This one is you choosing which one to take. Which I don't think will resolve until you message someone, Libra. You can sit there choosing left or right all day long, but without actually letting the other person know which way you're going, then they ain't got a clue, so they're just going to carry on with their life and not come into yours. So this is sort of saying, yeah, possibly it is a self-sabotagement moment. I feel that's your current energy. This is where you are at the moment. You can see this is panning out, and you can't quite believe it. And you got to choose: do I walk away from this third energy, whatever that third energy may be? Because I've learned lessons about it. I've learned that it's not as good as I thought. I've learned that it was just a car. I've learned that the person I'm with, I don't know, cheated on me. Whatever it may be, you've learned something about this third energy, which is making you walk away, leaving you at this crossroads. Now, do I go to younger earth sign, or do I just head off on my own? But whatever you do, you've got to send out a message. That's a message from the blue, an unexpected message from the blue. And in this case, I think it's you Libra, having to message this younger earth sign to let them know what's going on, and if you are free and available to pursue, or if you need some time to heal. Okay, so I hope this has helped. If it has, please like, subscribe, share and comment. If it didn't help and you still got to this point, well, share it, because you probably are meant to be sharing it to someone because you got this far. And subscribe, because, well, every time we use a different energy, and it's an individual read. I don't follow on from one read to another or anything like that. Well, sometimes I do, but that's the universe telling me to, not me choosing to. Every time I go into this with an open head, saying, right, what are we going to be reading about today, universe? Thank you very much, and goodbye.